Great pleasure for us to now welcome the Hall of Famer himself, Coach Hayden Fry. And Coach, it's a great honor to have you here. It is always terrific to see you. You're looking well. I hope you're feeling as well as you look.
I'll tell you, if I was doing any better, I'd just turn a backward flip. With the Hawks out in front 26-7, I have to feel good.
How do you feel about that young quarterback, Drew Tate, who we've seen so far?
Well, he's getting great experience in this first ball game, and you know, obviously the inexperience and the jitters of the first ball game, he's going to become a very good quarterback because he's a very fine all-around athlete.
Coach Fry, 75 years at Kinnick, you brought us many great memories here at this stadium. Any particular stick out?
Well, looking out there at the grass and all the grub worms, I remember taking up the artificial turf.
That was a great move, by the way. Thank you.
It saved a lot of high ankle sprains.
A year after I left, I'll remind you, but that was a great move.
Marv, you didn't need any help. You're one of my all-time favorites in football and as a human being, and I'm just so proud to be here with you.
Thank you.
Coach, when you walk into the stadium and you do think of all some of the great games you played here, are there a couple that stand out?
Well, of course, I always remember the farmers sitting behind our bench when we were playing Michigan State, knowing that if we won the game and Ohio State could upset Michigan, we'd go to Rose Bowl. And this farmer kept informing us. He had a radio telling us about the game, and by halftime, we knew if we won the second half, we were going to go to Rose Bowl. And lo and behold, the people started throwing roses out of the stands in the middle of the fourth quarter and out of the press box. And I have a picture at home, over 35,000 people on the field. What an inspirational day.
And how about this Iowa defense today, Coach Fry? You've got to enjoy what you're seeing from Iowa's defensive play.
Well, I'm extremely proud of them and the way they're playing. And of course, Norm Parker is not here, the defensive coordinator. He's a great defensive coach, and my hat's off to the staff taking up the slack with Coach Parker not being here. For the first game, they're making a great showing.
You've always talked about the importance of your staff, and I know with all the success you had, you really gave a lot of credit to your staff over the years.
Well, frankly, Larry, that's the only reason I survived. I surrounded myself with winners, not only as players, but the coaching staff. And you know, 16 of my coaches through the years have become head coaches, and some of them are so old they've even retired. That gives you an idea how old I am now.
Barry Alvarez settling in on his 100th victory if he wins today. So, yeah, the list just continues.
Oh, that's fantastic. I hope to see Coach Alvarez and Coach Mike Stoops hook it up Wisconsin-Arizona game the day that Iowa plays Arizona State. I'll see a doubleheader.
Marv, this certainly must have been a great guy to play for.
You know, it truly, I look back at 18, 20 years ago when no one really wanted to give me a chance to play college football, and Coach Fry came over and gave me the opportunity. And my 5 years here, every time he spoke, I thought he was talking directly to me, which, you know, when he was yelling, that wasn't such a good thing. I didn't want to be on the other side of that. But for those who don't know, the award that Coach Fry just got is truly, truly one of the greatest all-time awards you could ever have as a college athlete, a college coach, NFL athlete. It truly is an amazing, amazing honor and well-deserved. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you've done for me and for the state of Iowa and for this football program.
You're just the greatest, Marv, and I don't want to break your bow, but I want to tell you the truth. I was talking to you.
Now the truth comes out. Well, Cullum fumbled the snap, was able to recover. Now on second down, it is Albert Young on the carry for an Iowa 1st and 10.
Looking back over the years, I think one of the great things Coach Fry had was great running backs. You know, Coach Jackson, when he was a running back coach here, and I think Iowa's got another group this year with Albert Young, Schnorr, and Simmons, and Jamel Lewis. And I go back to Owen Gill and Eddie Phillips and Dennis Mosley. I mean, the tailbacks that you brought into this program truly was amazing. And one of my great moments was when UCLA and Nebraska came here when you were in your, I think, second year, and you just put a big woodshed on them. And at that moment, I told anybody that wanted to listen to what I was going to do, I was going to go play football for Coach Fry and the University of Iowa.
Well, that's great, and you're certainly right about the running backs, Marv. And of course, you got to be very happy too. We had a period of 7 years, we had the first team all Big Ten quarterback, and they got you the ball, particularly Hartley. Chuck Hartley was another great one.
You're right. I got no problem with that.
And Mark Velasquez in the stands today watching the game.
Is that right?
That's right.
Had a great string of guys.
Now, Coach, Marv is intimidated. He's afraid to ask this question, so I'm going to ask it for him. Why'd you make him stand up at tight end? He never quite understood that.
You know, it was strictly on Marv's advice. He said, Coach Fry, if I stand up, I won't get a hair lip, and it won't ruin my date tonight.
I thought it was because my mom could find me on the field a little bit better.
actually, I stood him up because he was an extra set of eyes for the quarterback. He's like a periscope on the submarine, reading the secondary coverages, warning the quarterback when he saw a safety blitz or whatever, and just tremendously valuable. And as intelligent as Marv was, we didn't make many mistakes.
No, that's true. Going into the Hall of Fame and having Jerry Levias there, how significant was that to you?
Probably the highlight of my coaching career, because Jerry was the first black athlete to receive a scholarship in that part of the world, and it opened the door for all of the other fine black athletes to at least have a choice on where they wanted to go to school. And Jerry became an All-American, led the nation in receiving, punt returns, kickoff returns, became an executive for a major oil company. He truly warranted all of the honors he received, but beyond that, he's a great person.
On the offense.
And that would be true of a lot of people that you coach. And you must, I know that it's one thing to coach them on the football field, but I know you had really good contact with your athletes in the succeeding years after, as they left and pursued other things. And they all did very well.
That's one of my greatest happiness, to watch our ex-athletes become successful in life, and good fathers, and have fine families. And you know, this is unbelievable. Every scholarship athlete that I gave a scholarship to in football from the state of Iowa got their degree. Every one of them graduated. Isn't that amazing?
One of the things I want to know is you're so big on exotics. Now, you're retired, but you still sit there sometimes when you're doodling and kind of come up with exotics?
Not really. I just grabbed Coach Ferentz at halftime. I was out on the field, and I told him to fake his strongest running play and throw the bomb. Put it in the end zone.
There's some footage taking you back. You remember that particular ride? I think that was, what, the Michigan State game maybe?
I'm not for sure, but, you know, I do recall the guys goosing me.
So retirement, you're spending some time in Nevada, that's correct, right? You and Shirley, and how was the golf game?
Marv, I still don't know how to play golf or fish. I'm on 7 boards. I help select the hula bowl players. I've been helping President Bush. I still don't know how to fish or play golf.
Well, Coach, we'd certainly like to thank you for coming by to visit. Again, a special honor for you in August, but just one of many in your terrific career and all the great things you've done for this university, both not only in football, but in other ways as well. Always a great pleasure to see you.
Well, you're very nice, Larry. It's an honor to be with you and Marv. And by the way, after this is over with, I'll give you my card, and so you have my address and you know where to send the money.
That would be Marv's department. Marv will take care of that. Thanks, Coach. Great to see you.
Thank you, Larry.
Coach, always a pleasure.
Love you, Marv.